Hey internet, good morning to you. So, another day on the bikes. Thankfully, it's arrived early. The POR-15 fuel tank sealer. Look at that, you're nice and close there. It's come from a place in Warrington this time. I'd say it's an Amazon purchase. But the last time I bought it, it came from, I think it was Holland or Germany. It came really quickly. But the price differs so much online. But this little half pint will be enough to do the tank, and there'll still be quite a lot to pour out when it's applied. So we're going to have a go at that this morning. We've also got the gunk cleaner to clean it off with, so we're going to be putting a bit of that on first and seeing how we get on with that. And then whilst the tank's drying, I might do a bit on the a bit more on the mud guards or side panels. Haven't decided yet. Appreciate the comment I got about the used bit of 2K primer rather than the aerosols. I absolutely take that on board, but I've got a load of the aerosol primers in, so I might just have a bit of a go with that. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, let's see how we get on with cleaning out the tank first. I'm not too sure how you use it. I guess I'm just going to have to tape it up and yeah, so it's a brush on thing as far as the outside goes. I guess I'll just have to tape up the holes in the bottom of the tank and give it a good swilling round, and maybe do that once or twice or a few times actually until I'm satisfied any traces of the oils are out. And then on the outside it says do it with a sponge or a brush, so yeah, that's no problem at all, is it? So okay, let's get the tank taped up and get the cleaner in, and then we can start it drying so we can do the POR-15. Lovely, stay with me. Right, okay, so that is hot as you like now. It's been baking for I don't know, an hour or so, and hot air gun on the inside and my garage heater on the outside, and the metal's starting to cool down a little now, and by that I mean it's cool enough for me to be able to touch. Before it was absolutely red hot, so I would think that that's fine, but we're going to leave it for a little bit longer and go and have a spot of lunch. What I am going to do, if I can turn it over for a second, is I'm going to make something just to cover these up a bit better. It was quite, didn't work at all, the tape with the degreaser. But so I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit more. When I did the Zephyr tank and I did the POR-15, I did literally just cover them with duct tape, and it was fine. It didn't leak out. I mean, it's gonna leak anyway. I need to put pins in the holes to stop them clogging up, which we'll be able to remove afterwards. But other than that, I just want to bung the holes up somehow. So I have a bit to think about that. And just while it's drying off, I realise there could be still some condensation in there as it cools and what have you, so I'm going to make sure it's perfectly dry before we put it in. I don't want to waste the money on the POR-15, so yeah, okay, let's give me a few minutes and we'll see what we can sort out. Okay, so both the holes are all sealed up, tank's lovely and dry. And having a look inside the tank, and there's okay, we're just going to see if we can get a shot of the tank now so you can see how it is, hopefully. How clear that shot is. Probably not very clear at all, sorry. Well, you can see that at all there. So once we've done the POR-15, I think I'm going to be putting a bit of primer on the tank, just because, I mean, look, so it's rusting up already. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. See it there, it's rusting up already where it's washed through. And same again on the other side, where you've got those pinholes. It's rusting up already. So we'll get the POR-15 open, get it stirred up and get it in the tank and get shaking. Okay. What a super messy job. I've got as much on the floor, I think. Anyway, so done. It is just messy. How successful this is going to be, I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be successful, but when I did the Zephyr tank, you could see a couple of little pinholes had sort of filled up with the fluid, you know, this liquid, I guess liquid metal almost. But you could see that a couple of the little holes, the little pinholes, had filled up with it, but that's about as far as it got. With this, it's been dripping out of the two main holes on the left side of the tank in that, on that angled bit, and on the other side as well. It was weeping out. So whether or not that's going to seal up as it dries, one of the things that it does say to do is make sure you drain as much out of the tank as you can. You shouldn't let it pool in any areas. I don't know why. I don't know why that's bad. Maybe it doesn't dry well, or I don't know. But it says don't let it pool. So it's now, let me just turn you around so you can have a bit of a look. It's now sat there on its side, wedged up, and I keep, just see if we can get a bit more out now. Just drop you down here so you can see. There you go, there's a little bit more. So I'm getting as much out as I can, but you can see the staining on the side of the tank there, I'm sure, which is where it's been weeping out from that main hole. So, you know, I've made sure I've given this side, and, you know, as much as I can, you know, obviously bearing in mind what they say about don't let it pool. So, you know, the last thing we want to do is cause a problem because of that. Yeah, so we're just going to let it sit like that for the next hour or so until it's gone off. You can see the inside of the tank looks well coated with the fluid, so you know, but it's it's not really that, you know, the sides aren't the issue, are they? It's just where those pinholes are. So we'll just have to see how we go. I mean, the stuff is, it's just a killer to get off your hands. Thankfully, my old friend I Clean Anything carb spray takes anything off, so I've used that on my hands and it's come right off, and then I've had to put a bit of cream on as well to, you know, stop my hands falling off, I guess. But yeah, so we're just gonna have to see. Let's hope for the best, you know. And right then, I think that's it for today. Don't want to get the garage too dusty and what have you, and I've had enough for today really, so I'll probably do a bit more tomorrow. But let's just see what happens overnight and how the POR-15 dries, and let's hope it's a good result, and then we can, you know, with that staining on the outside of the tank, I don't know how that's going to rub down. I don't know if it goes completely solid, whether, I don't know. So that's going to be a little bit of a find out really when we come to prep that. I'd like to get a bit of primer on it, whatever type of primer, just so it doesn't rust. You know, so maybe we can just get a little, you know, a bit of a spray on there and leave it until we're ready to progress it any further, and then probably we'll crack on with the panel work. So yeah, all good. Thanks very much for sticking with me. Hope you found the video interesting. I don't know if you've had any experience yourselves of using POR-15. If you have, maybe you want to drop me a comment and let me know how you got on with it. But as I say, I've used it before and the result was good. It certainly prevented the leaks or stopped the leaks, and you know, saved having the tank welded up. So hopefully it's you know, a good solution. All right, okay, so I'll see you next time, internet. Thanks very much for staying with me and watching. Okay, thank you. Bye.